Good morning, good evening, and welcome to 30 Days of Recovery Awareness. My name is Raquel Lopez, and I'm so excited to be here with you. And if you have been following along for a little bit, you might have noticed there has been a little bit of a break just due to life, and all of that goes along with that. But I am back. I am ready to continue on this journey of recovery awareness with you. So stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe at Raquel Lopez, and you'll be able to see when things pop up. You'll be able to message here and get a hold of me and watch along when you see another one pop on live. So welcome again, and I cannot wait to continue diving in with you. Today we're going to be talking about the power of gratitude in recovery. And yes, I have some notes here. I can get a little squirrely, and so I like to have notes and things like that so I don't get too off topic when I am talking and being with you guys. Last time I was on, I talked about the resilience in recovery. And even though I am live, I'm going to do a little video situation here. There is there we go. There's like an autofocus where I'm like, it keeps on moving. So we're just going to leave it there and not worry about the autofocus. We're just going to be in it together. Okay. So again, my name is Raquel Lopez, and I have 16 years clean and sober, and I am coming on just to share things that have worked for me, things that I've seen, things that I have been a part of, and a lot of personal experience. So again, this is not a one-size-fit-all recovery story. This is what has worked for me and things that I have seen. So if you are struggling today in addiction, or if you know a loved one that is in addiction and struggling, or if they're on the recovery journey and you're trying to learn more about recovery, come on in. This is 30 days. It is not consecutively as far as like 1 to 30 days of the month, but it is just 30 days in general. So just so you know, that's how it's going to be. And like I said, it has been a little bit of a break since I've popped on. And so I'm just excited to be here. Last time I talked about resilience and recovery and the benefits of that. And today I'm going to talk about gratitude. Gratitude has been something that has been so near and dear to me. And fun fact is that the first day that I stepped into rehab for the second time, not the first, but the second, when I was 25, they asked me to write a gratitude list. And I was like, this is my first group. I just got to rehab. What do I have to be grateful for? And I want you to think about that as I continue talking today. But gratitude is just so powerful and transformative and can help along this journey. And so I'll just kind of like sit on that and chew it for a little bit while I kind of continue. But gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of life, even in the midst of challenges. And so that kind of piggyback. I make up words. It piggybacks a little bit on what I spoke about in the resilience side of recovery, is picking out those times in your life where you have overcome through setbacks, through challenges, and how have you overcome those, and being able to kind of focus on those things, which I'll talk about a little bit later on also, that will help you in your recovery. So the role of gratitude in recovery. It is to shift focus from what is lacking to what is present, and leading to greater contentment and motivation in recovery. Gratitude can actually help motivate you, which is really exciting. I love that part of gratitude. And yes, when I sat down in that, meeting that first day, it was really hard. I was still a little bit not all there. It's a little fuzzy to me, but I do remember that feeling of like, who are these people and why do they want me to write a gratitude list when I am sitting in rehab and my life's falling apart? But lo and behold, it is probably the one thing that I continuously come back to. I mean, one of many, but one of the things that has been a common thread throughout my entire 16 years of recovery is coming back to that gratitude, and it anchors me. It anchors me in the times where I'm feeling like things are falling apart, or I'm not doing good enough, or just different aspects of my life. A little bit of the science kind of behind it is that it can improve mental health. It reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety, and it enhances overall well-being and promoting the positive outlook on life. And not to gloss over, because a lot of the times I don't want you to mistake me by saying just be happy and everything's gonna be okay. Like, no, that is not it. Like, I'm probably like, if you see Trolls, the Poppy character, which I'm like sing and dance and hug, and like, yes, I have that happy go lucky attitude and outlook on life, but I also deal with the really hard, deep stuff. And that's what happened way back when I was dealing with my addiction. I stayed in the happy go lucky area, and I never dove into the icky stuff. I never dove into the negative, and I tried to not think about the negative, which continued my addiction. I wanted to numb myself from all the negative. And so it's 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 yes, having that positive outlook and keeping that gratitude, and also dealing with the hard and difficult um, emotions and the things that we really need to work on, because that's what's going to help grow us, is through the ick, through the mud, through those things, through the pain, is where we can find recovery. But we have to also say, you know what, I see that A, B, C, and D is helping me through it, and looking at that side. And that's where the gratitude comes in. So some of the benefits of gratitude is it improves mental health. So it helps reduce negative emotions such as frustrations or resentments. And again, like I said, it boosts those positive feelings like joy and hope, just like Poppy. Oh, there's like a fuzzy. The joy and the hope of the world, right? I actually just did a reel about joy, and just how to hang on to it during those hard times, which encompasses that gratitude. So that increased resilience is when you're thankful for that emotional resilience and building. It's helping you through navigating the tough times with more of an optimistic mindset. So that's a little bit of what I just talked about. Those things that we have come out of, and those things that we have triumphed through, being able to look at those and find resilience in that, find that positive outlook on the fact that I got through that. I am here on the other side. And in those times where you feel like frustrated, like nothing's going right, like I'm having a really hard day, or there's just like something that is just weighing me down, I can look back in gratitude through that resilience and find that things are going good. I have learned from the past, and that helps me continuing to move forward. Strengthen relationships. Expressing gratitude to others can improve relationships by fostering connection, trust, and appreciation. And so it is being able to share how I'm feeling with others. And one of the things that addiction does is that when we numb the bad stuff, we also end up numbing the good stuff. And so being able to come out of that numb feeling and deal with the hard stuff, but then also being able to express the good stuff, express the positive, express the thankfulness and the gratitude to friends in our circle, the people that we're around, and that continues to build the trust that we have for one another. And then again, like I've talked about, reinforcing that sobriety, how regularly acknowledging progress in recovery can strengthen commitment to staying sober, and reminding ourselves of the positive change that we've made. So, being able to reinforce that sobriety, reinforce those things that gratitude can bring into our lives, being positive and helping not forget the bad stuff, but seeing how you've come out of the negative and how you've built that resilience can help us stay sober. Same thing on the other end. If you're the one who is with a loved one who's dealing and struggling in this, with addiction and in this area of sobriety, being able to acknowledge, right, the progress that recovery has had and how that can be a benefit to that other person in your life. Being able to say, I've seen you work hard. I've seen you overcome. I saw how you, um, changed your attitude, or I've seen how you have this many days sober and you're still working hard and you're determined. And I'm so proud of that. And acknowledging the hard work, not only for ourselves, but also to the loved ones around us. And that can really be a benefit of reinforcing sobriety and also relationships and strengthening those as well. So practically, how do we do gratitude and how do we practice that? A few ways that I'm going to share today. This is not an exhaustive list by all means, but these are just some ways that I have found help me. The first one being gratitude journaling. And so writing 3 things down a day, each day. It doesn't have to be long, exhaustive lists. It can be 3 things, 3 simple things. Like, I got out of bed today. I had a cup of coffee today. I looked in the mirror and I liked myself today. Like, just really simple things that will you'll grow over time, and you'll maybe the next day you'll wake up and do 4 or 5, but at least 3 that kind of gets our brain going and able to kind of continue that. It can be small, or it can be really, really big things too that have happened. You're grateful for graduating. You're grateful for another year of life, another year of sobriety. All of those, it could be big milestones and it could be small ones. It's okay. It's just whatever you're feeling grateful for in that day. And then reflections. And we talked a little bit about reflections, but it's just spending a few days in the morning or at night. So either end or both. You can do like a bookend, beginning of the day and the end of the day. But it is expressing thankfulness, either through prayer or meditation or quietness, just being able to sit and have time to reflect on how the good times and the bad times, and just being able to sit, just the fact that you're able to sit and reflect, you should be grateful for that. Being able to listen to a positive message, being able to be open and have an open mindset instead of being closed off, those are all great things to be grateful for. So something like that, where you're just being able to have that reflective time in the morning or night. It could be during the middle of the day too. It doesn't have to be. There's no perfection. Perfection is not needed here. Just so you know. Expressing gratitude to others, and we talked a little bit about that as strengthening relationships, but definitely being able to just share how someone is in your life, just the gratefulness, the power of verbalizing gratitude is important. So sending a message to somebody, making a phone call, writing a letter to someone that they appreciate. Those small things go such a long way. I mean, and it doesn't have to be anything super big. It could be just like a passing, thank you for opening the door. I'm grateful that you were there to open the door for me today. Or it could be just a compliment. Compliments, I always feel grateful for a compliment. I have, just been able to just expressing those, being able to verbalize that has helped me when I'm in a funky place. Being able to express gratitude helps me become more grateful on that end. And then also the other way, helping to lift up somebody else's day as well. So it can kind of go both ways for that. And that really, really helps as well. A gratitude walk. So for me, sometimes I'll hop on the bike before the music turns on, and I will kind of ride a little bit and get into a good mindset, or it's taking a walk, like literally smelling the flowers. I love to do that. I love seeing all the colors. I love seeing the beauty, the sky. Sometimes I walk with my kiddos and it's fun to point things out that they might not have noticed, or they point things out to me that I don't see because, I'm up here and they're down here. Like our viewpoints are different, right? And my husband's 6'2", so his viewpoint is different than mine. And so being able to kind of point things out to each other, that can be a really special time as well. Just the beauty that surrounds us, and just being thankful for all of the things that we see, that we hear, and then that we get a chance to be a part of, and being present in that day. And then a gratitude affirmation. So something like, I am grateful for the progress I have made. And so those types of sayings and those type of affirmations really help us to be appreciative of where we've been, where we are, and possibly the possibilities of what's to be. And it keeps that mindset more on that positive outlook, and being grateful for the things that have brought us to the place that we are today. Because not that I think my past was good, and not that I think, we're not going to talk about my past anymore because everything's fine now. It's appreciating the hard work. It's appreciating the differences in my old life to my new life. It's being able to express the profound thankfulness and appreciation and love that I have, for Christ in my life today. I, like I said earlier, have 16 years clean and sober, and I don't hold that lightly. I don't hold that lightly because it could be gone tomorrow. I could decide to pick back up tomorrow. And all of these things that I'm doing, all of these things that I'm talking about on this 30 Days of Recovery Awareness series, all these things I do on a daily basis. Not that I do them perfectly by all means, but they've been implemented into my life. So I don't pick up and use. So I don't go out and use. So I don't, you know, go backwards instead of forwards. It's being able to remember where I came from, the pain, not to dwell in it, but to move forward and remember those times in my life to where I am today. And I'm just so grateful for so many so many people in my life that have helped me through all of it and continue to show support and kindness. Grateful for those who are newly sober and newly on this journey. They keep me grounded, and it helps me too, when I'm able to share things like this, with others. It really helps me 16 years later. 16 years later. I can't just, even just to say that, boggles my brain. But I just encourage you, to, maybe listen to this again. Maybe try to find something that you can implement today. Maybe it's sitting and having that reflecting time. Maybe it's taking a walk outside. Maybe it's, phoning a friend and saying, hey, thanks for helping me out the other day, or writing a letter to somebody, sending someone a text or a message on Facebook or Instagram, or just sitting and writing on a gratitude list. It's amazing how something so simple can make such a huge impact on us. And so I just want to encourage you to try that. Try one of those things. Let me know in the comments what you've tried, what you do. I would love to get to know you more. Go back and listen to the first 8 days of this recovery series. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to continue popping in with you guys. Let's see. The next one I have written down is rebuilding relationships and healing from past hurt. So I'm excited to unpack that next time. And I can't wait to hear what you think. I would love to, like I said, hear from you. Let me know which episode so far has made an impact on you, or maybe a new thought that you've had, or something that you're going to try to implement starting today. So again, make sure to subscribe so you get notified of the next time I drop a video. And I can't wait for day 10 and just how God's going to show up and use this time here. And you know what? I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray for this. Heavenly Father, God, I just thank you. I thank you for who you are. I thank you for who you are in my life and how you continue to show up in so many ways. And I just ask that you are with my friends who are watching. May they feel comforted by you. May they feel your presence. And if maybe this is the first time they're even hearing about recovery or hearing about Jesus and the way he can transform, help them to just be open to that, and maybe ask questions, and find somebody who they can talk to about it. I'm just grateful that I get a chance to do something like this, and grateful that I even have the ability to be alive today, and that you come alongside and helped me in so many areas of my life and continue to point out things that I'm continuing needing to work on. And I just ask that you put your hand on this podcast series, 30 Days of Recovery Awareness, and all glory be to you. I thank you and praise you. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, I just thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.